Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another enticing, exciting, weird night of wrestling news with Ringside Rants with yours truly, Just Mike. To my right, as always, and I know I'm kind of filthy tonight, Josh, all bad
Mr.
karma.
Bad Karma.
Below me, we have the Smart the Strong style Phil, and over here to the down there below him is Chris, the owner of MCW.
Magnolia Championship Wrestling.
Yeah, Magnolia Championship Wrestling. I can finally officially reveal it.
Nice.
I teased it the last time I was here. I wanted to say it a whole bunch of times, but legally I couldn't. But now I can. We've officially been revealed to everybody and all that good stuff.
Cool.
We need more Koloff, comrade.
So somebody actually asked that question, and I'll address that.
Okay.
Koloff is a very busy man. He takes lots of bookings all over the Southeast and more areas.
Yes.
I will have to defer to my booking team to give you that answer.
Wow. Wow. Spoken like a true owner. I don't know. I'm not saying no. I'm not saying yes. I'm saying I don't know.
You never know in the world of professional wrestling.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen in the world of wrestling. 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
You ain't lying.
Hell, I mean, Penta showing up in WWE on December or January 6th.
Yeah, they did a little teaser on Raw. Little, like a big teaser.
It'd be cool if he does. I will go pretty crazy over that.
Everybody will mark out.
Because he's very talented and I enjoy his work.
I think everybody loves him. I think how I want to say this is in the smoothest way possible. It's going to be no fear in WWE.
Cero miedo.
Yep. Speaking of no fear, TNA has recently dropped 20 people off their roster. I might be exaggerating a little bit, but not by much.
I know, but I think you left voluntarily.
Well, from what I understand and what I've been reading from Meltzer, other people, heard from grapevines, hearing from the inside of TNA's locker room, management is asking for them to take pay cuts.
Oh, they're like, fuck no. And, they said, okay, then sign our.
And the bad thing about it is, how are you going to pack these big ass arenas that you got coming up with what you have? No Jordan Grace, maybe no Josh Alexander, maybe no Moose. AJ Francis is gone. Rhino's gone. Heath Slater's gone.
Oh, Heath Slater left?
Yeah. A lot, dude. I'm gonna see if I can go to their website and see what the
Speedball's gone too.
Who?
Speedball.
Oh, dude, he's been gone.
Who that's good for?
Man, I don't know. Well, it
says
right here looking for talent.
GCW.
Hey, right there. Well, it says right now on their roster page that all these people are still there.
Keep saying that.
So yeah, I mean it's not official until it's official.
I get Trent Seven was gone. I mean, I don't know, man. From what I understand, there's like a lot of people leaving, and a lot of them are unhappy about the fact that they brought in Tessa Blanchard.
Oh, they bring.
Yeah.
Right. They brought.
She never really apologized for what she did in there, and because she still has some of that nuclear heat.
Dude, she's nuclear everywhere she goes. She's one of the most polarizing people in wrestling. She is the female version of CM Punk. No matter where she goes, there's people going to love her and hate her.
I wouldn't go that far. I mean, I don't know. CM Punk to call someone the N word.
She called somebody the N word.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest gripes.
Yeah, she said apparently she said it to someone to a black wrestler when they were in Stardom.
I know she said something and spit on somebody, but I didn't know it was a racist or racial slur.
Yeah, this happened in Japan when they were wrestling in Stardom, for what I heard.
Yeah,
I read about this. I read about this. I heard about this 4 years ago and everything.
Yeah, I think Allie just brought it back up or something like that.
And this is around the time when she defeated, when she became TNA World Champion.
Against Sammy Callahan, who was also a huge advocate for Tessa.
Uh,
Yeah, what a great time to bring things back up, when they come back.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, realize TNA, they're treading water right now. I mean,
they're losing talent. So I mean, it's obvious.
Yeah.
Well, losing talent, I mean, for every one wrestler that you lose, there's 100 more that want that spot.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
So, losing talent is one thing, but there's always going to be somebody there. Like you can always bring somebody in. And, my brief foray into the wrestling business on this side of things, I've seen that.
I mean, look at I know what you mean.
For every person that you book for a show, there's 10 other guys in the locker room vying for that spot.
Oh yeah.
I mean, look at the Outrunners. After Penta and Ray decided they're WWE bound, they look at them. They're getting their merchandise is selling like crazy on AEW Shop AEW.
Well, yeah, I mean it's that same thing. If you have a hot and popular team, one of them gets injured, the other one's not being featured. Next man, you get the
That's
next.
what I like about the Outrunners. They're an old school tag team, like the '80s Rockers mixed with the Blade Runners.
Yeah, and they're talented.
I like
Turbo
what they say.
Magnum, son Floyd.
Turbo Floyd, you son of a bitch.
I thought it was Turbo Magnum.
But like I said, it's like what TNA is like.
Truth Magnum and Turbo Floyd.
They're gonna get poached by WWE. That was probably the worst decision by going joint venture. They're gonna get poached by WWE, and then they're gonna suck all their talent. I mean, you got guys leaving because they don't want to deal with WWE.
Yeah, but you have to think about this. TNA, I mean, how long have they been around?
20 years, 23 years.
Yeah. And this happens every 5, 6, 7 years. They go and lose a huge influx of talent, and then they come rearing back, and it's like they got all kinds of talent. They feature all kinds of new talent.
Yeah,
bring in all kinds of different people from all over the place.
And I agree. I agree with that, but at the same time, it's like it's also writing on the wall. I mean, it's gonna be. Man, they've been up and down, up and down. You can only do that for so long, and I figured ever since the firing of Scott D'Amore, it's been going down. It's been going down a lot. Like you can see people just leaving because they don't want to be there no more.
Yeah, and I don't
because they got a lot of good talent.
Yeah, I don't blame them. But there's all kinds of places to go work now.
Oh yeah,
I mean, you name it, there's a promotion there.
Yes, I mean look for example, and this is no pun intended at all. Game Changer is literally, and I hate to say this to TNA, they're the number 3 promotion. In my personal opinion, they are the number 3.
They position themselves into, that third or fourth position promotion, because NWA, they do what they do.
Everybody knows NWA's trash.
And I mean, They put on a really good show the other day.
Which one? Saw Wayne or what? They did one on. What was? I remember Saw
No,
Wayne.
it was they just had a big show in Dothan this past Saturday,
I didn't know nothing about it.
They got a
and
new
it was like a 2.5 hour drive from me, and I was like, I think I'll go to the local one instead. So I went to the local one, and I had a great time. I mean, I did. I had a great time at CWF, Coastal Wrestling Federation in Pensacola this past weekend.
Well, I do have a question. Since we were talking about wrestling and the NWA sucking, and their talents are needing to move on to bigger and greener pastures. CZW, Combat Zone Wrestling, is on the, and I hate, and this is not trying to be funny. They're on the come up. They are on a
DW.
Yeah,
Huh?
they do that. They do that every once in a while. They get real popular there for a little while, and then they
Fade
fall
off.
back
Fade
off.
out.
They have something controversial happen, and then they kind of reel it back in, and then they have a big blowout again, and get real popular again.
Well, did y'all hear who is going to be at Cage of Death?
Nick Gage.
No.
Oh, okay.
No. Tarzan Duran is going to be in the Cage of Death.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
Oh yeah.
Our boy
Against, against JJ Escobar, the guy with the weed eater.
Oh Lord, that match.
Dude, Tarzan Duran and him have great matches. And they have Dr. Redacted, and they're also he's taking on the false prophet, something Alexanderov or whatever his name is. But Tarzan Duran is also, and he has stated this, he is a roster member of Juggalo Championship Wrestling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're still hanging around too.
Yeah, they're starting to tour. They're starting to
I've
freaking
heard
tour.
Juggalo JCW because I like Juggalo Championship Wrestling.
Yeah, they're actually starting to tour, man, and that's crazy.
Well, that's because probably ICP can't do shows do shows like they tours like they used to. So
They can't. They do music, but it's not like they used to, man. Now they're actually wrestling promoters.
Yeah, so you have an ICP show and a wrestling show
Together,
Yeah.
and it's selling out all over the place.
Oh yeah. So
Because
that's one thing I thought of, in all this brainstorming that we've been having with the promotion. What better to have, a band play at a wrestling show?
I've seen it.
there is two different styles of there's three different styles of music that go with wrestling.
Yep.
Punk,
Yep.
hip hop,
Yep.
and metal.
Yep.
And if you can get all three in one night,
Oh yeah.
woo! Watch yourself, baby.
Oh yeah.
I actually went to a Lucha Libre event about a couple months ago, and they had a live band there.
Mariachi.
They do like two matches. They played a couple songs. They had an intermission. They played a couple songs. They did another two matches. They played a couple songs. So it's pretty cool to have a live band. And they didn't stick to specific Latin music. They did a couple rock songs as well. So if you get the right you gotta get the right rock band that could cover multiple genres.
So we got one there in South Mississippi. They're kind of on a hiatus right now, but I'll give them a shout out. Their name is Northern Light Suplex. That's the band's name. Buddy of mine, Justin, is their guitarist. He's played in a bunch of different bands, a bunch of different cover bands over the years. One of the bands that he played in was Her Fatal Remedy. Saw them many times over the years when they were still around. Um, they broke up. People moved. People went to do other things. You know, but his most recent band, I actually talked to him the other day about it. I'm like, hey, are you interested? I think that would be a really cool thing to do.
Yeah.
Well,
and hip hop would be really cool too if you can get someone like, I don't know, Beeman or Jaron Benton or anybody cool.
Yeah, so I got a buddy of mine, Philip. Philip knows him too. We went to high school with him.
Oh yeah.
So Thaddeus Royale. We went to high
Kano
school.
Quake.
Yeah, I think. Yeah,
That's his rap name, Kano Quake.
Yeah, so we went to high school with him. He lives over here in Florida, like down the road from me. And he actually had talked about doing something like that with wrestling as well.
That'd be pimp.
And so he's involved in some shows every once in a while down in Destin. So, I'm like, hey, so I just bought all this stuff. He's like, what do you mean? I was like, so I got a ring, I got barriers, I got the sound equipment. He's like, what do you mean you got all this? Yeah, I started a wrestling company. And he's like, we could do that. We could actually do one of those shows. I was like, well, let's see what we can do.
That'd be awesome, dude. That'd be pimp.
It'd be something cool to do over the summertime, when everybody's looking for something to do.
Yeah, and like a punk rock band, like I don't know. There's a couple here in Mobile I know of, and they're actually pretty decent. And so, I mean, if you're looking, I know. I mean, just saying. And then me and Phil both know if another heavy metal band, Jason Few.
Oh yeah, Dread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've been around for a while.
They've been around forever. Ever since I think he graduated high school.
Members of that in that band is not even funny.
Yeah. And then maybe even Down, Phil Anselmo's band.
I doubt it.
No, I'm serious, dude.
We better have a pretty hefty check for that one.
Not really, dude. They played in where did I see them at? That I think it was like $700-800. They played. It was in a bar over in New Orleans.
Yeah, they play at those small bars over there.
Yeah, dude.
You're talking about a band that's in their hometown that could be like, I could go drive down the street and go play this. You're talking about someone there had to get to go pack the gear, pack the bus, go over there. So that price kind of kicks up.
Yeah,
it ain't much higher. I promise you.
Bill over here in Florida, they played in
they played at the Handlebar.
Yeah, at the Handlebar in Pensacola.
I still remember that one show. I remember when Chris and we actually saw I Wrestled the Bear once. We also saw Motionless in White.
I seen Motionless in White 3 times, and I also seen Whitechapel too twice over in once at the Handlebar and the other one at the Vinyl. I seen Guar at the Vinyl. Guar will be cool as shit. They're big wrestlers too.
Yeah.
They're going on tour with Static X, man. I can't wait.
That was 13 years ago. We went and saw the All-Star Tour in Pensacola.
I still remember that too. That was a great show.
We got so sunburned.
Dude, I think
we're out in the parking lot drinking and listening to metal. I mean, what more can you do with that?
That was a great moment, man.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna be honest with you guys, man. The most heavy metal concert I've ever been to, besides there's been 2. One of them was Ozfest. I really can't consider that an actual concert. That's a festival of awesomeness.
Oh man, any Ozfest.
That was great.
Yeah. But there was a concert that I watched at the Handlebar, and it was spur of the moment. I was like, you know what? I want to go to this concert because I'm a big fan of IC Stars. I like them. They're like pop punk. I enjoy them.
Mhm.
It was them, like Moss the Flames, and some weird, catchy techno bullshit. Well, like Moss the Flames were snowed in where they were at originally, so they didn't make the show. It was some weird ass dance music-a-thon, and then IC Stars. And dude, there was so many people puking. I shit you not, dude. Like this thing was packed. It was like 42 degrees outside, and there were people out there hurling their guts up, dude. I'm talking about like, "Whoa!" And I'm like, dude, did y'all drink some water? Did y'all drink anything? No, they just went out there balls to the wall, dude, jumping up and down with IC Stars. And I'm like, I got trampled. I was like, I'm done. I was like,
puke.
dude, no. They didn't puke in the floor. They puked outside behind, like, because it had like a big ass thing behind it at the handlebar. There's a big ass, because there's a bar, and behind the bar there's like a little open area. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all been there, and that's where everybody was puking. They were puking in the flower beds, like literally throwing up in the flower beds, dude. And there was people walking by. They're like, "Oh my god, are they dying?" I'm like, "Maybe." They're like, "Oh my god, call 911." They shut down the concert at least a half hour early, man. The ambulance were coming through with like
they passed out some bad drugs or something.
No, dude, these kids, man. I call them kids. They were in their early 20s, man. They didn't drink or do anything. They were just, how you gonna put 3,000 people when a place only holds 800, and they're like this, jumping up and down?
Oh, heat exhaustion. There you go.
Yeah, vomit everywhere, bro. Like, I don't feel good. Like, oh,
Yeah, so I went back and I looked at the lineup from that show Phil was talking about from 2011. I mean, there was a Muir, there was a Wrestle a Bear once, there was Born of Osiris, there's Chelsea Grin, Attila, In This Moment, Motionless in White, Sleeping with Sirens, Memphis May Fire. I mean, this was a banger of a tour.
Hey,
that was the first time I ever
want.
heard of Motionless in White, and I even got a picture with somewhere with Chris Motionless. He's a really nice guy.
Yeah, and he's a great dude. I'll tell y'all another great guy. A lot of people hate him, and y'all were in his presence, and you already know who I'm going to say, Phil.
Who?
Really, you don't know who I'm going to say? He just named the band. They're from Atlanta.
Huh?
They have the big A. Attila.
Oh yeah, Attila.
Franz. That dude is one of the most nicest people I have ever met. A lot of people think he's a dick.
Well, we saw them way before, all that stuff happened.
Yeah.
Like they were still coming out, they were still fairly new or newer at the time, so a lot of people hadn't gotten some of his antics.
So,
dude, I don't get it, man. Like whenever I met him, he had no hair. He had all these tattoos and skinny as hell. And everything he said was fuck this, fuck that. But then, he was so cool, down to earth. He was like, man, I'm just trying to get my record going, and I just want to make music and I want to make clothes. And that was right before Stay Sick came out, like the Stay Sick clothing line.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people wearing his shit that hate him. Yeah. I'm like, dude, like, do you not understand you're wearing front? I don't even like that guy. I'm like, we got Stay Sick threads on, dude. Yeah, I love this shit. And I'm like, that's Franz. Fuck that guy. I'm like, oh God, like
drops, man. Speaking of Ozfest, probably the best one I went to, which actually probably was the most tragic afterwards, is back in 2004. I got to meet Drowning Pool with the original lead singer, Dave Williams, and everything. And this is wrestling tied too because they did was it
Let the bodies hit the floor.
And also they covered the game by
the game. There
Motorhead.
you go. So I got to meet him, one of the nicest guys ever, man.
Mm-hmm.
One of the nicest guys ever, man. I had him sign the album, and plus I had him sign my WWE Forcible Entry because they were on the soundtrack, and it was just
That was a good soundtrack.
Yeah.
It was just so tragic. Like maybe 4 days later, he died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I went to that same one, but in Atlanta, and all I'm gonna say is, dude, Jamie Jasta from Hatebreed is an asshole.
I met him. He was cool as fuck.
Oh, dude, he's a great guy, but he is an asshole because he threw out the fucking spiked helmet in the middle of a mosh pit. And said, I want to see some
yeah, that's an
fucking
asshole.
That's a big move.
blood. And he said, I want to see some motherfucking blood. I was like, no, not today, Satan. No, thank you.
I met Jamie Johnson.
I think one of the best shows I ever been to live was King Diamond.
Wow.
The Abigail. He played the entire Abigail album.
Oh, you dick, man. That's my bucket list band right there too.
You know what's
That
on my
was one
bucket list? Y'all probably gonna hate me, man. It's mine is Ministry.
Hey, Anthony. Hey, Josh. Me and the old lady are having a hardcore match tonight. Can I swing and borrow your staple gun?
No.
Hell no.
That makes me think of Jimmy Havoc.
That's my buddy Tony.
That's cool,
Unfortunately,
man.
Artie's a delivery guy now and over in the UK now.
Dude, that dude's a whack job, man.
And you know what? I want to meet him too because I got something for him to sign. I got part of the Cracker Barrel for the Cracker Barrel match. I got a piece of that thing. I want to get signed.
No, dude, don't waste your time, bro. Don't waste your time.
I already got Joey Janela. I just need Darby and him.
The Darby wouldn't be that bad. Joey's cool, man.
Joey's cool as hell. Yeah.
Yeah,
He
I
even
love
said that.
Joey.
He's like, wow, man. I was like, how'd you get a piece of this? I was like, I was at the event, and they after the match was over, they brought all the pieces, and they like right behind the guardrail right there. I was like, I asked the guy that's pulling, hey, can I get a piece of that? And he's like, yeah, here. So
Yeah,
you even have a chair used at GCW show autographed.
yep, right here.
yeah. Like this right here, I got this at the New South show in up north in Florence, Alabama. And
The only thing I have worthy of that is an autographed Spider-Man replica. Spider-Man reprint, Amazing Fans Cooking, autographed by Stan Lee.
But do you got a Sexy Star autograph? I mean, Sexy Star, you know.
That's a nice cake.
2, Sexy Star 2. I got to reiterate that.
Yeah, I was going to ask which version because the first one,
Controversy.
Yeah.
controversy all over.
Well, she don't go by Sexy Star no more either. She wrestles under a new name, and she's also part of another. Her and the Juice have a wrestling promotion together.
Yeah, this is the second one. So
The new and improved version of the original.
oh yeah, and Joe, God, she was. When I met her, she was nice and glistening. I'm like, oh.
So funny story is, my sister's new husband's son is dating a female wrestler, in high school female wrestler.
Oh God.
And he calls her mommy wrestler. Mommy wrestler.
Nice.
13-year-old kid, and I was like, starting young.
There you go.
Starting young. And dude, I found out his favorite band of all time is Green Day. So I was like,
Not bad.
That's
but
good
I mean,
I got room to grow.
yeah, let's introduce him to some more heavier stuff. Yeah.
That's my job, right? That's my job as the uncle to Hey, kid.
Like, hey kid, you ever heard of Slayer?
No. I don't want to kill the kid's brain cells right away, right? I'm going to start him like KMFDM.
Oh no.
No,
Ministry.
just go ahead and just break him in. Just
No,
take him in this.
it's like how you teach a kid how to swim. You just take him and throw him in the deep end. There you go.
Wow, John Wayne.
You just,
Damn right.
I mean, my brother's 14 years younger than me. I just went ahead and Phil knows my brother.
AKA Kid Pool.
Yeah, he's not kid pool anymore. He's older now, but we threw him in the deep end. Like, I mean, we went as heavy and as brutal and as nasty as we could get, and he came out just fine.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Then I already know what I'm going to do for him for Christmas. Then I already got it covered. I'm giving him
Slayer, Sepultura, Fear Factory, and Pantera.
There's one more you're missing.
You're missing all
Slaughter
kinds.
to Prevail.
Well,
Yeah,
well,
if
you gotta work out. You gotta work out after that. You gotta start with Black.
if you want to do,
Black Sabbath.
the ones that we all grew up on, that
Ministry.
yeah, you could do that one.
Chicago's
You
fine.
could do you could throw it into some of the other ones, and if you really want to blow his mind, throw him into some Sleep.
Ooh.
Or
Or the sword.
tell me
Sleep
he wants.
or Electric Wizard.
What about Pig?
No, man. If he wants some hot ass goth girls, man, tell him to listen to some Typo Negative.
Yeah, Typo Negative. Throw him into that, and then just
Jack Off Jill.
Oh yeah. Speaking of which, the original singer of I Wrestled the Bear Once is coming back.
again.
Now,
Oh, also non-wrestling related. Rest in peace to the original lead singer of Lords of Acid.
Yes, I know. I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was heartbreaking. I seen them twice. I seen them with Orbital, them and Kraftwerk, and then I seen them with them, Orbital, and DJ Spooky. And everybody's like, "Oh, dude, Tracy Lords is in that band." I was like, "You're a fucking idiot." This Lords of Acid, dude. I was like, "Yeah, it's not Tracy Lords. Not Tracy Lords."
yeah, take him down the path. I mean, just
Start with some classics. Then you can introduce them maybe a little more brutal. Slaughter. Even for me, Slaughter to Prevail is like, I like some of their songs, but Jesus Christ, that's
they're brutal.
And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, yeah, Alex Terrible is very fucking brutal.
Yep, but Sleep
And Green
and
Jelly.
like Wizard and Weed Eater and all of those. You just
I will. You know what, dude? I'll probably get a Billy Bob autograph for him.
Green Jelly.
Billy Bob's a great guy, man, and I mean that wholeheartedly. He is probably one of the most how do I say this? He is probably the most one of the most nicest human beings you'll ever think of, and still doesn't get the recognition he deserves ever. And all because he did the Hulk Hogan song. It's all because of Hulk Hogan made him not famous. I'll stay
he
there.
should.
and we forgot about some other ones too. Forgot about Machine Head.
No, not a fan, man. I was never a fan of Machine Head.
I saw them live. They're great live. Massa was pretty good live too.
I saw them live, and they were just phenomenal.
I seen Godsmack live once, and it was
Pretty good show. They do a good show.
Yeah, that was it. I
A
saw
lot
them
better than Disturbed.
you hate them because they're right wing.
You know what? And
A lot of people in Chicago hate
okay,
Disturbed
here's
for
a-
some weird reason.
No, here's the thing about about Disturbed. On CD, great.
Great, yes. Live, they want to sit there and have a propaganda show.
Honestly, live, they prefer. all the songs are great live, but for some reason, watching them live, I don't know, it's like watching them live is like watching paint dry.
No, dude, it's worse than that. It's like
It's something does.
I'm gonna tell you why you don't like them live, man. Because Taylor Swift actually likes David Draymond. Like she like.
It's not even. It was even way before that bullshit.
No, dude.
That
That happens.
I saw
Fuck
it in 2001, and they were
all
great.
the fucking Swifties.
Now, meh.
But no, it just like honestly, it's just like just live. It's just like I caught them. This is when Dime passed away. They did the tribute show in Chicago. I was there. I was there for that. And let me say it was Soil.
Oh, dude, great band.
I like Soil. I saw them live too.
So yeah, it was Soil. It was
I like Shovel as well.
Anthrax.
Anthrax I saw live too.
They're fucking fun. And honestly, to me, they should have been the main.
Oh, dude, everybody said it.
Disturbed was there, and it's like they started playing, and it's like I don't know, it just something was just not. You know, when a band just does not grab you,
Dude. All right, so
I really just can't describe it.
there's two bands on my bucket list that I haven't seen in concert. One of them is Biohazard.
Seen Biohazard, great band live.
I
God,
hate
great band live.
I hate you so much, Josh.
So
You know
I saw
what?
them with ICP. Matter of fact, I got their autograph too.
I fucking hate you, dude. All right, I've seen ICP in concert so many times it's not even funny. But no, it's Biohazard and Helmet.
Never seen Helmet.
I love Helmet, and
Are they
I know
even
they still make music, dude. Okay. But I haven't seen Biohazard make an album since they did the crossover with them and Slipknot. So that's the thing. Yeah, dude. There's songs with them and Slipknot together.
Really? I'm gonna have to look that up.
Well, I think it's just him and Corey Taylor, but still Slipknot.
Yeah,
and
I've been a huge Biohazard fan for a long time, and I got the chance to see him with
mine was
a long time ago. It was like when New World Disorder came out. So that's
dude, New World Disorder was good, but it's not the original, man. The original Biohazard. Biohazard is the shit.
Yes.
And yeah, I'm a big bio. I still to this day I have every Biohazard CD ever made. I even have their live shit from Germany. I had their live shit from Japan. I had their live shit from England. I even have their 2 LP disc of them doing B cuts.
The game Biohazard is pretty good too.
Who?
The game Biohazard is pretty good too.
AKA Resident Evil.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you know what? We're getting way off the subject here.
But you're really not, because everything we've mentioned has either been in a CD from wrestling, or they've done some kind of theme song to wrestling, or both in video games too.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you another band that people just like 1 Minute Silence.
Never heard of them.
You're fucking crazy, dude. You have the ECW CD.
I also like. I'll tell you another
Well,
band.
yeah, well, that's the only one song it's on there, but yeah, but
I'll tell you another band that is underrated. Union Underground.
No,
okay.
Yes,
met them too.
no, that's like saying Power Man 5000 is underrated.
I don't even think Union Underground is even together anymore.
I think they're back together.
Them in Crazy Town, did he make a band called We?
Oh no! Whoa! Hold on.
One good song. and that was
Crazy
it.
Town and Union Underground. That's way different. Crazy Town. And then the lead singer just passed away.
Yeah, last year I think.
Thank God. I don't care. I don't care what you say.
Wow.
I never in my life see a band get booed off stage before.
I have.
Yeah.
Andrew WK got booed off playing at Ozfest in Atlanta. They threw like fucking They threw them big ass fucking 5-gallon Gatorade kegs at him,
The
and
fuck?
he's still and he was still playing. So next thing, they were breaking glass and throwing broken glass at this man.
I don't know why in Chicago. He was great.
And he was like, "Bring it
Nice.
on!" So everybody just started throwing shit, and then finally security stepped in and got him off the stage, and everybody started going, "Yeah!" And he come back, boo!
But honestly, Andrew WK, one of the nicest guys. One of the nicest guys.
I have no doubt about that. I have no doubt about that, dude. But I
I
mean,
love that song. We want fun.
Actually, that's the song
they pelted him with shit. That one song that made him famous, they were pelting the fuck out of him with shit. The kegs, the beer cans, the beer bottles, the broken glass. Some dude threw a belt buckle. I mean, dude, it was balls out crazy.
You know what's funny is someone threw a rubber chicken like they did when Cody Rhodes lost to Roman Reigns.
Well, I don't think there was any rubber chickens, but I'm pretty sure that somebody threw a rubber, like one of the blow-up dolls at him.
But get back to my point. Like I said, Crazy Town and Union Underground, they're this
No, they're not.
I would
This
go see Union Underground before Crazy Town.
All right, let me put it this way. Name one more song than the one song that made them famous. I'll wait. My point taken. Okay, Harry, let's move on now.
Oh, fuck you, man.
Use the mic. Do not.
I got the CD too. So.
The
It's
views
true.
of okay, Josh. The views of Mike.
It's no. The views of me is true. You can't name another song.
I can't name another song.
Thank
I'll
you.
be honest, I can't. But it's still good.
Thank you. Butterfly.
We'll find out next week when I listen to them.
Yeah. That guy's sleeping with the butterflies now.
I don't care. Okay, the dude. I bought the album. You bought the album.
I didn't buy the album. Hell no, I wouldn't buy that piece of shit.
I paid a penny to BMG for the album.
It's a sad hill from Mike to die on.
Oh, about 5 subscriptions of a shitload of CDs I got.
Hey, Anthony Kiedis is my middle name, bro. And Jonathan Davis is my cousin.
Sure.
I used Ron Jeremy.
I used him, and I used Alicia Silverstone. I used Tom Petty. I used Andy Warhol. I used Dick Murdoch. I used Jerry Lawler. I used Angus Young. Dude, you name it, man. I was like, that sounds like a guy that lives at my address.
I know it was like apartment 1, apartment 2, and it was a house.
Yeah, dude, I'll get like this big box, man. I'm like 14 years old. My dad's like, damn, what are all these CDs for? I was like, oh, they're mine. You gotta pay for those. I'm like, says who, bro? Like, I'm not an idiot. I'm not Angus Young. Someone's gotta pay for them. Like, yeah, the guy that's Angus Young. And they didn't have their credit card on file, so how they gonna bill you for it?
Mm-hmm.
And then let's see.
I wonder why they went out of business.
They printed so many CDs, man. So many bootleg CDs. They were copywritten, and I don't know how they got away.
Can we talk about wrestling now?
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, but yeah.
There was all kinds of wrestling conversation.
I think I used the Ultimate Warrior once.
Huh?
I think I used Ultimate Warrior on one of those once, like actual Ultimate Warrior. Dude, I'm telling you, man, I used a lot of shit. Dude, I had 3 boxes show up at the same time one time.
That's great.
I still got all my stuff.
What do you think about going on wrestling today?
I think it was until Mike told me about how BMG was all bootlegs. I'm like, wait a minute, what? Really?
Yeah.
And then it dawned on me when I tried to resell my CDs that they didn't want to take anything that was produced by BMG.
Mhm.
And now I know why.
Bootleg music group.
Well, now they take them. Now they take them.
Yeah, back then they wouldn't. But
Okay.
as Phil was saying, though, what happened in Wrestling Day? Well, all I can say is there's so much, man. Jericho showed up in GCW.
He did.
This
I
match,
can't wait for a final battle this Friday. This is gonna be awesome.
I think Matt Cardona's winning the title, dude.
Yeah,
I mean, his hometown's New York, and it's the
and he's the belt collector.
and
I'm
it
gonna
is,
tell you
it
this.
is the Hammerstein Ballroom. So I mean, something basic's got to happen.
I believe Ricky Starks is going to cost Jericho.
That could happen.
Oh
Ooh.
shit!
That's if Tony Khan will let him right now.
That's what I'm trying to say. I think we've all been fucking worked.
Really?
100%.
I mean, look at what the big old rant that Effie had against AEW, and look who showed up.
Oh, and also here's another thing. Yeah, Max Caster told Ricky Starks to get the fuck out of my company.
Oh yeah, Cardona told him that.
So
Dude.
did Max Caster.
Yeah. And again, Max Caster is playing the heel he's always wanted to play.
Oh yeah.
And I really think he's going to join the Hurt Syndicate. And I believe the Hurt Syndicate is going to be in 5 people. And they end up going to recruit Swerve. They're going to have him. He's going to be the last member to come. But it's going to be, I think it might be 6 people. It's going to be MVP, Shelton, Bobby Lashley, Leo Rush, Max Caster, Swerve.
So where is that?
And I was like, Leo Rush is the iffy one.
Dude, he needs something in AEW to make him stand out other than being a flippy person. And being in that group as the flippy guy makes a lot of sense.
But,
Leo Rush?
honestly, he was still, even when he joined AEW, he was still living down the shit that he did in WWE. I mean, over it is. I could still hear it today. Like Lashley. I'm like, who the hell is this annoying little prick on the side of the stage
Leo Rush is,
or the ring?
Leo Rush is a polarizing figure. He has 3 different personas. He plays them all very well. One of them is a rock star / music entrepreneur. One of them is a twisted, broken human being, and the other one is himself.
Yeah.
And you never know who you are going to get.
You mean his Great Muta alter ego?
The Great Muta alter. You mean the Black Heart?
Yes, that's what I like.
Yeah, that's the twisted, emo, broken person.
Yeah.
Whenever he wrestled Blake Christian as that gimmick, oh God, that
You
was
gotta
sick.
pop.
Dude. And he came out to his own music because he made his own music for that gimmick. And then when he came out as the rock star version of himself, he came out to Twisted, and that was sick as hell. And even Jimmy Madrox was like, I didn't expect that. Thank you so much. That was heartfelt thank you. Because Leo Rush is awesome, dude.
I think what really helped Leo Rush get his back on track was wrestling in Japan for quite a while. When him and Yo won the Best of the Super Junior tournament, and even the kids loved him. Even the kids loved him when he joined Chaos.
Yeah, and then he almost fucked up whenever he was doing the. I think it was 2 years. No, it was last year. Whenever they were going, they were the tag team title holders, and during the interview for Wrestle Kingdom, he's like, I don't give a fuck what you all have to say about taking my titles from me. You had to peel it from my hands, and I don't think you bitches got it. And they did beat them, and then they changed the titles to all white titles.
You mean the
Gabe
War
Kidd,
Dog?
Gabe Kidd and the other guy.
No, Gabe Kidd. You're talking about like Clark Connors and
That's it.
Bill Maloney.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're the junior. Yeah, they were former junior tags. Yeah.
yeah, and that shit was crazy, dude. I marked out for that fucking interview or that promo, whatever you want to call it, between them two. Man, it was good. And then Ospreay is phenomenal. You give him a live microphone and he can just have uncensored mic.
Oh, dude, I still remember when he cursed out Kenny Omega almost 2 years ago at Wrestle Kingdom.
Dude, I still get goosebumps when I watch that, bro. Because everything he said was real. Everything he mentioned in that promo was real.
That match, the story in that match was chef's kiss.
Ospreay just had a match with Darby Allin tonight.
And Darby Allin beat him.
Darby Allin beat him, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
was it good though, or was it just like
good? It was very good
match.
It was a pretty good match. Yes.
Was it like, oh my god, that's unbelievable, or was it like, oh, okay, cool?
I think the reason why Will Ospreay is on a losing streak because it's part of the storytelling. From what I heard.
Yeah, because of the Fletcher shit.
Yeah, so right now Ospreay's kind of on a losing streak right now.
Ospreay will be fine. He don't need a title. He really doesn't. He knows he doesn't need a title in any company he works for.
And I can see why he put over Kyle Fletcher, Kyle Fletcher's a rising star too.
Well, do you remember do you remember the interview he did with, I think it was Chris Van Vliet or somebody, that they asked him why he made the United Empire? He said, because I wanted to showcase other people besides myself who have it. And he said, it is a thing, and everybody that's in the United Empire has it. He said, look at Jeff Cobb. He said, look at Kyle Fletcher. He said, look at Mark, whatever Mark's name is. What is his name?
Mark.
Kyle Fletcher's his ex-tag team partner.
Mark something, I forgot. You also got the Great O'Khan. Look at him.
Great O'Khan, great him. And then you also have TJP.
Oh, yeah. You also have this other guy named the Prince of Pace. His name is Callum Newman. He's
Callum Newman wrestled in AEW too.
Oh, yeah.
So, everybody in the United Empire has something. And he even said that, like, everyone in the United Empire has something unique about them that the others do not possess.
If you look, I thought it was pretty funny seeing, even though I like a Great O'Khan despite the fact he's a big perverted otaku.
Well, Ospreay, in my opinion,
is a perverted otaku, though.
Yeah, but the Ospreay is the second coming of AJ Styles, and AJ Styles can still go. I'm not saying he can't, but Ospreay is AJ Styles in his prime.
It's Mark Davis.
I knew it was.
I couldn't get the last name. I had to look at it.
Yeah, Mark Davis,
he was
man.
Hurt. He was hurt for a while, And
yeah.
They had to go build the single star for Kyle Fletcher. He wasn't hurt, and it's like, well, let's see what we can do with this guy.
And he was an awesome Ring of Honor television champion.
Yeah.
Awesome. And that freaking top rope brain buster like El Generico used to do. Amazing.
Mm-hmm. I've never seen that before. I'm like, holy shit. Is he alive?
Dude, I missed that. I missed El Generico's brain buster. Especially
I think Sami Zayn did it at WrestleMania against Gunther this year.
Did he do it? Did he do a top rope brain buster?
Yeah, he did.
Nasty. I'm telling you,
He's
man.
Intercontinental champion because of that.
Sami Zayn, El Generico, whatever you want to call him, man. In PWG, that top rope brain buster against Super Dragon. Oh my god, dude! I don't know if y'all watched that or have heard about it or seen it.
I would like to see that.
It
And
is the
also those
most
matches he had with
brutal.
those
Generic.
matches he had with Kevin Steen, aka Owens in Ring of Honor, they were brutal too.
Oh yeah, the ladder match for the mask, and then the dude El Generico and Kevin Owens or Kevin Steen. Dude, they've been in CZW together. They were in Ring of Honor together. They were PWG together.
I even think they were in like that one promotion.
In Canada.
No, that's one that one. I think a lot of the former AEW guys were in that one too.
Oh, you're talking about Chikara?
Yeah, Chikara.
Yeah, they
The
wrestled
Sami
in
Zayn, I mean El Generico wrestled in Chikara Pro Wrestling as well.
Well, Chikara was also a comic book wrestling company ran by Mike Quackenbush, and all because of the Me Too movement, Mike Quackenbush quit doing Chikara. But Mike Quackenbush, as a human being, is probably one of the most devout people you'll ever meet in a wrestling business. He has the mind, he has the mentality, he knows what sells, he knows what gimmicks sell, he can tell you, he has a whole catalog of videos on YouTube on what to do, what not to do. I don't know if you watched any of them, Chris, but they're really good.
I'll have to get into that. I might need some of that.
Yeah, Mike Quackenbush is really, really good. He even did a seminar in Alabama with New South and a couple of other promotions up north.
We have a seminar before our first show.
Oh.
No.
Speaking of which, have you announced anybody?
It's just that little bit of a tease right there. I
Yeah.
haven't announced all the talent yet.
Yeah. So have you announced any talent for your show at all?
Yeah, we have quite a few talent actually announced recently. We've kind of went on a everyday new talent being announced for Magnolia Championship Wrestling. You can find it on my socials. You can find it at magnoliachampionshiprewrestling.com. The website is under development. You can find it on Facebook, Magnolia Championship Wrestling. So some of our announcements that we've had, two of them, the first two announcements, they were actually the first two people that reached out to me. Once we actually had the contract signed for the assets that were formerly known as AWA. And I did not purchase AWA. I put that on the record. I did not purchase the name, the titles, the history, any of that. The first two people that actually reached out to me were Brimstone and Mac Daddy Duds. So, yeah, they're both going to make their debut on February 1st. We have some really cool things going to happen with them. And I may or may not have revealed that Mac Daddy Duds is going to get a live mic to start the show. So definitely want to be there for that one. He was actually kind of surprised when I said that.
I see a Flex Cannon.
Flex Cannon. He's actually the third person I talked to. He was somebody that was around the previous company a lot. Wasn't used as a wrestler. Had been training to be a wrestler. Had been given lots of promises about, we'll get you in the ring. We'll get you in the ring. Didn't happen. He went over to Diamond Championship Wrestling, and the diamond mine. Went and started training there. Has been on their shows ever since. But when he found out that I was doing my thing, he's like, "Yeah, I would love to come work in your ring and all of that."
Cool.
So he will definitely have a place in MCW. We're actually bringing somebody. We're actually bringing a referee out of retirement. He hasn't officiated in a couple years.
Yeah.
People
Don
know.
White Shoes Gravatt.
Yeah, some people know him as White Shoes. A lot of people are excited about that. And we're bringing in Slammed Academy. So the
Nice.
Slammed Academy, they've
Is
got.
is that tag team twins you guys are bringing in?
Oh yeah, the Russell
We're not
twins.
there yet. We're not there yet. We're almost there.
Oh.
Yeah, Cameron Russell is actually one of the trainers with Slammed Academy. Yeah, and the Russell twins, they're coming in. We have a special match for them.
Nice.
You'll find out by next week.
Okay.
So if we're
I
gonna,
see Isaiah Zane.
yeah, Isaiah Zane is another good talent. I'd love to see him wrestle in the ring. Having the gracious gift of professional wrestling, having to grace the MCW ring will be a really cool thing. We got a bunch more announcements. I think we got like every day until Christmas Day.
And then you got Ryan Razors.
Yeah, we have Ryan Razors. That man is getting so good.
You know who he reminds me of? I watched some of his matches, man, and you're probably going to already know who I'm talking about. He reminds me of Calvin Tankman.
Yeah, he's a big, strong dude.
Yeah,
He is getting so good in the ring.
and I love the gimmick, man. I love the gimmick.
Yeah. He was actually when I was doing the ring announcer stuff, with the various promotions, he was one that I really got to kind of flex my verbal skills with it, and announcing him coming to the ring. I really got to have a lot of fun with that. And, I'm super excited to have him on the show. I'm super excited to have everybody that we've booked and everybody that we haven't announced yet. Super excited to have all of them, too. But, yeah, like, Razor's entrance, like, it's creepy. Like, and it messes with you. With the pig head, bringing the pig head down to the ring, and,
Slaughterhouse, man. He's like an old butcher type dude, man. I love it.
Oh yeah. Funny story about that too. Like he had some fake butcher knives in his vest, and in one of the matches, I don't know why he didn't take them out. Like he had one of them in his vest, and it like flew out at us ringside while we were filming. Yeah, it was like, whoa, what was that? And I look at him, I'm like, did that fly out of his vest? Yeah.
So what about Mr. Rockstar? What about him?
Which one are you talking about?
Rockstar Gary Gables.
We haven't had that conversation.
He says he's everywhere. You might want to grab him.
Yeah, that's a good one to grab right there.
Yeah, the Rockstar Gary. Yeah, the Rockstar Gary. He's a good one.
Yeah.
The 6'7" giant.
Yes, sir.
The man
can go, man. The man can go.
Oh yeah, he can. I saw him at the pay-per-view that DCW put on.
Where he won the Diamond Destiny Championship?
No, that was his past event. No, he wrestled Crusher Cottrell at the pay-per-view.
No.
That's somebody that I wouldn't mind having on the show either.
Looks like Mike and Phil gonna have to make a ringside rants appearance there and do some live commentating.
Nah.
Mm.
Nah.
We do have a commentary team, but you can always have.
Well,
some
no, live news broadcast.
Oh yeah, if y'all want to do a live ringside broadcast, that would be fun.
It'd be different. It'd be very different.
Yeah,
It's gonna be loud. It's gonna be loud.
yeah. I wish I could be down there to see it.
Well, you have a little bit of time. You got a month and a half to figure that out.
Dude, I requested that day off. By the way, I got it off.
Sweet.
There you go.
When is it?
February the
February
1st on a Saturday. I'm going.
February
Yeah.
the 1st. Oof.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll see.
That's a big if for me because around February, that's when the weather gets really bad around here.
That's
So
when you get snowed in up there, bro.
yeah, that's so yeah, that's when the weather gets really bad around here. So that's
That's a lot of shoveling. That's a lot of shoveling there, ain't it, Josh?
Sometimes last year wasn't too bad. They can only snow.
Hey, did you ever eat the yellow snow, Josh? Did you ever eat the yellow snow?
No.
Just curious. Just had to ask, man. Just had to ask.
No, never.
As Frank Zappa said, you never eat the yellow snow.
Well, considering for someone that never seen snow in their entire life and living in the down south.
Tell that
Hey,
to
I lived in Washington State.
You live in where?
Washington State, over in the Pac Northwest, actually, in Tacoma. I was at Fort Air Force Base. They told me, "Oh yeah, we get about that much snow." Lying motherfuckers.
Oh yeah,
That shit was up to my waist. I didn't know what the hell. I walked outside and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And they're like, "That's snow." I was like, "No."
Nope, I don't want that.
And then the very next couple months later, earthquake. Nope.
You don't want that.
Didn't want that either.
Can you shoot me someplace warm?
Dude, the hottest it got there, and this is no joke, 82 degrees. And there were people out there like dying, dude. I'm like, this was heaven to me.
80 degrees is nothing compared to 95 degrees. That's hell.
Dude, try 111, 112, man.
Fuck that.
Where you sweat and all you think of is, oh God, I hope that's sweat. Literally. Yeah, I mean, dude, they call it swamp ass for a reason. Am I lying, gentlemen? Am I lying?
No.
I experienced humidity before, man. That shit's fucking no joke.
Dude, I tell you the worst thing ever. 7 o'clock in the morning, middle of July. Open your door at 7 a.m. You walk outside, you immediately freak into a sweat like you're about to die. You're like, what the fuck happened?
Yep.
What happened?
Yep. Look, I just took a shower, so I guess I got my second shower of the day.
Dude, the craziest thing is you get home, you shower, and you try to take one of those warm/cold showers. That way your body can cool off. And then you go right back out into the shit storm to call it heat. And your body's like, hey, here's a instant sweat fountain. And you're like, why did I even take a shower?
Yep.
Why did I even do that? And then you get in this car that you think has an air conditioner, and you know it does, and it works. But as soon as you turn it off and get out of the car again, you just bust out in a freaking sweat. Sucks so bad, dude.
Yeah.
So bad.
It's miserable.
Why do you think I want to move to the Midwest?
Because nothing happens in the Midwest except tornadoes.
You know what? I don't want to move that way. I want to move that way.
In snow.
Yeah, come to Chicago.
I'll move to Indiana. South
Come
Bend.
to the Chicago area. We got 2 seasons. We got winter and we got construction. That ain't no joke.
Winter and construction, huh? That's it.
Our construction
Anything else?
stop down here.
Anything else? The weather in Chicago, There was literally, I fucking kid you not. You will experience all 4 seasons in one day.
Yeah, same here in Alabama.
We have that here too.
Yeah, I mean, literally, I know. I'm talking about I'm talking about it snowed in the morning, then it turned to rain, then all of a sudden it jumped up to the heat index, then it cooled right back down. You will experience all 4 seasons in one day.
Phil, you dying over there, bro?
Dying.
You're supposed to swallow, bro.
He's experiencing all 4 seasons right now.
Yeah, no kidding. But no, so the question I have for you, gentlemen, because there's been an interesting thing I've been watching and developing on the interwebs, as we would like to call them, and you being an owner now, Mr. Chris, this probably pertain to you as well. We have seen all of these inner workings of storylines over companies, which is AEW and GCW. The storyline with Jericho and Matt Cardona. Is it a shoot work, or is it just been a work the whole entire time, in your opinion?
It's been a work the whole entire time. They played everybody.
I have a feeling. Also, if I'm correct, also, what's his name? What's his name? What's his name? The one who did the wrestler does the stunner. He's from LA. You know what I'm talking about? He also got pulled. He's an AEW wrestler. Got pulled from GCW matches.
You talking about Willie Mack?
Yeah, Willie Mack.
Oh man, no. All right, so that whole thing was a misunderstanding. Willie Mack was given the green light to show up at GCW. However, he said that Christopher Daniels told him he don't think it would be a good idea for him to go. So he called GCW and said, "Hey, I don't think it's a good idea I go. They're pulling me from the show because of the stuff that Effie did." And then Brett Lauderdale called. What's his name? Little dude hangs out with Jay Lethal.
Sanjay Dutt.
He called Sanjay Dutt, and Sanjay Dutt's like, no, that would never happen. So Sanjay got on the phone with Tony Khan, and Tony was like, no, man, we gave him the green light. What's going on? And they call Willie, and Willie, unbeknownst to everybody else, I don't know if y'all knew this or not, but Willie Mack has been under contract for over 2 years to AEW. Ever since
I remember now.
But he isn't being used on Ring of Honor. He's not being used on AEW television. So it's like been like, why would it even matter if he was there or not? Because he's not even being used. So let him go. And but they're saying that, because of that reason, that's the reason why they pulled him, was because of the Effie statements towards Ricky Starks. And that whole thing between Matt Cardona and Effie kind of like gave me like brain, I call them shocks. Brain started tweaking. And I was like, huh. So now we got Effie versus Cardona with Jericho interfering in the match and costing Cardona the win. But Effie was the one talking shit against the company you actually work for.
Well, he kind of beat the crap out of Effie too.
After the fact.
Yeah.
Because he's a heel. And Matt Cardona is a heel in GCW, but he's not a heel in any other company. Explain that shit.
Yeah.
I think Phil's dying. We need to call 910. I mean, yeah.
910.
You know,
you're gonna mute the mic at least.
I got him. I got this. Hold on. I am going to mute him. He's good.
There we go.
Yeah, he's good. He can hear us. We can't hear him until he comes back. But no, the thing is, like, was Effie what he said true? Or was this all a shoot to begin with? And Ricky Starks has really no playing no part in this, or is it all just a big gigantic work? Because Ricky Starks supposedly got time extended on his contract twice already, if I'm correct. Twice. It ended, and then they extended, and then it stopped, and then they extended it again. Why? I thought you only can extend your contract one time. That's been the rule of thumb in WWE anyway. Whenever someone gets injured or someone gets sick or someone gets hurt, they're like, okay, we're going to extend your contract because of this many months. They don't ever go, oh yeah, by the way, we're going to extend your contract this time and this time and this time. They don't do that. They do it one time and then they're done with you. So this has been a 2-time deal. Am I correct on that? Is everybody else following that, or is that just been speculation? Because I remember at the beginning of last year
on TV. I mean, honestly, I'd love to see him back on TV because he's entertaining.
Very entertaining. He is the second coming of The Rock without The Rock even being there, or as Adam Copeland said, a vanilla bitch, a vanilla version of The Rock.
Mm-hmm.
And I love how Ricky Starks clapped back and said, "There's nothing vanilla about me. I'm black." I got you muted. Hold on. I had you muted, bro, because you were coughing and it was.
I was coughing up a lot of green shit.
Hey man.
Yeah, you gotta stay. You gotta stop coming to Chicago to the Wrigleyville, man.
No. He was having more fun with the Grinch.
No.
The
views of green shit.
The views of Mike did not reflect.
Oh, come on, really?
Yes.
Damn it.
Oh, that's good.
But no, seriously though, man. In all honesty though, so everybody thinks it's a work, like been a work, no shoot at all. Like none of this was a shoot at all, not even a little.
I don't think it was.
It's gonna be interesting no matter what, though. From what I've seen,
I know. As I wait till Friday, I'm gonna watch that pay-per-view.
Dude, Ring of Honor is very, very fucking good. Their women's division is leaps and bounds better than their counterpart of AEW.
Oh man, look who's hosting it. It's Athena.
My point fucking taken.
He's holding he's gonna be the main event at the Hammerstein Ballroom this weekend.
You know what? I would love to see her show up at GCW versus the World and just take over. Athena is awesome. Her husband is really cool too, man.
Her what?
Her husband, he's really cool too.
Well, I bet.
Who's her husband?
Matthew. He wrestles for Wrestling Revolver. Shit.
He's also they're also huge D&D nerds from what I've heard, from what I've seen in their interviews.
Doesn't surprise me.
There's nothing wrong with D&D. I played D&D when I was in college. I want to play again. Just
Matthew Palmer.
Like I said, D&D is a level of nerdom that I have not reached and will never be.
You will reach it. You will reach it.
I mean, I'm a Star Wars nerd. I got toys. I got comics. I play video games. But damn it, D&D is where I draw the line. There's a level of nerdness, and yeah.
Oh, her husband's available for bookings.
Yes, he is. Matthew Palmer is amazing. He's died, came back to life, died again. He has been killed by the guy that plays in Cobra Kai. What is his name? He was
Johnny?
No. No, the shit. The guy he's a big wrestling fan. He's been in a lot of wrestling shows.
Throw the rock, man. Throw the rock. You hit somebody.
Shit. It's fuck. He has
Is
a
the
weird
Martin
name.
Poe,
Something Hauser. Something Hauser.
Is it original cast or is it the new?
No, from Cobra Kai. The Hauser guy.
P.W. Hauser.
Hauser?
Yeah, Paul Walter Hauser. Yeah, Paul
Hey,
Walter Hauser
hey
killed
Chris,
him.
doesn't Paul Walter Hauser looks like a smaller version of Buford?
I was gonna say he looks like the big pink guy from
We were talking about a guy who went to school, and if you're watching Buford, we love you, dude.
what was his name? Majin Buu.
Yeah, Majin Buu. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Paul Walter Hauser reminds me of. Majin Buu.
Yeah.
From Dragon Ball Z. Oh, come on.
I'll admit I'm a fan of Dragon Ball Z.
Dude, you're like one Tootsie Roll away from being a D&D guy. Like that's it.
Tootsie Roll.
That's it, dude. That's all you need.
Get him his character sheet and he's ready to go.
I know, right? And don't even tell him what he's playing. You're just like, here you go. What are we doing? You'll learn in a minute. Get your dice ready. What dice?
What do you think of Ricochet's douchebag gimmick now? We're just
I don't like it.
I was like, when he did, I was like, what the fuck?
I never thought I'd see Ricochet do that.
Hell, he might be part of the freaking.
They just say no one likes a kiss ass. That's why they said fuck you.
They tore up his business card.
Did they really?
And then Lashley grabbed him
No,
kind of aggressively tonight. Like grabbed him really aggressively, and then let him go. So I don't
On
know.
AEW?
Yeah.
Huh. I thought that happened on Raw.
all right, we've been talking about like a lot of GCW and AEW. Has anybody watched
Saturday Night's
WWE? Who watched Saturday Night's main event?
I saw what happened.
I mean, I know what happened.
Well, before we get to that one is like it was actually a really good show. I actually watched the whole thing.
The package pile driver was sick.
Well, that was after the show.
What's the thing?
It was kind of a dud that we couldn't see that, you know. But
he was great with the Winged Eagle belt.
Yes,
Kevin Owens did.
You know what? It was the Wing Eagle belt, but it was a newer version. It wasn't the original. It wasn't.
Yeah, it was a replica on leather.
Yeah, basically, it was with all the new instead of the WWF Attitude logo, it was still WWE. You can see
it didn't have the WWF Attitude Era logo. It had more of the it didn't even have the Golden Era logo either.
Yeah.
But it's not as cool as this one.
Oh shit! The big gold belt.
Everybody loves it. Everybody loves the gold belt. Now the question is, Chris, if Kevin Nash walked up to you and said, "Hey, let me put NWO on that," would you let him?
Yeah.
Hell, even Hogan. Go meet Hogan.
Yeah, I'd let him spray it.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
Because honestly, I would just go get another one.
Yeah. All right. So, well, that's the right answer.
Let's see. From the Saturday Night's main event, Chelsea Green became the first women's U.S. champion. So she is now the first hit. Her and Matt Cardona are the first couple to win the U.S. championships.
True story.
Yeah,
I thought he
won the U.S. championship, and now she's won the U.S. championship. So yeah, that's a cool thing.
He also won the IC title too.
Yeah, so she should go win the IC title, so then they can be the only ones to hold both of those.
Yeah, the only.
Here's some fun facts about Harley Cameron: degree journalism, pro wrestler, singer, vocal coach, dancer, cabaret artist, actress, bikini competitor, personal trainer, mortgage lender, plays multiple instruments, speaks Mandarin, and also a ventriloquist.
Hold up, time out. What the fuck?
What the
Harley
fuck?
Cameron.
God dang.
Where did that come from, Phil?
We just
You
got
time jumping again?
we just got derailed right there.
Phil. Fun fact, Phil, you just like tried to, well, you successfully derail any WWE talk with AEW talk.
But let's go ahead since he talked about Harley Cameron. You know, she did sing the entrance music for the Iconics when they went to TNA.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
She's also a ventriloquist and speaks Mandarin Chinese.
You're a ventriloquist because
She's married to
Your
somebody.
mother's a ventriloquist.
Married to somebody
My
that
sister's a
was
ventriloquist.
a wrestler in NXT,
yeah,
but I don't think he works there anymore.
no. Was it last weekend we watched the match of the adult film star turned wrestler?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also watched her other matches.
Well, I didn't.
Yeah.
I don't know her like that, there, Josh. I
Is
don't.
it, are you talking
all I know is
or her
I was watching
film?
it. I was like, she's kind of lopsided.
Are you talking about her matches, Josh, or are you talking about her film?
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. But if you go Google her other matches, you'll know what I'm talking about.
It's all right. Hey, hey, man, there's nothing to be ashamed of. There's nothing wrong with Googling NSFW content.
Yeah, but now she's open for bookings, I hear, because she can't really find any bookings except for in her own home company. And her husband works for MLW. Well, not her husband. Her partner works for MLW right now.
I'm gonna have to talk to my booking team.
See, there you go. Anything to get some controversial. Anything controversial. Anything to get.
That's my
You
my go-to answer for that. I would have to discuss that with my booking team to see if we could come to terms.
Well,
Yeah.
actually, you said you guys are trying to keep it a little clean, so
Well, her matches are clean, dude. She wrestled a clean match.
Exactly. I would have to discuss that with my booking team to see if we could come to an agreement and if there's a availability there. Now I can't guarantee the booking of any certain person.
Like Jasmine St. Clair.
Yeah, we would have to go about seeing availability and if it was cleared with my booking team.
See, but I don't see why that would be a bad thing, though, man. Her or Veronica Kane or anyone like that. I mean, the way I look at it is this: their wrestling job is a lot different than because Veronica Kane hasn't done that type of stuff since I'd say the early 2000s. She hasn't done it in like 25 years, she said. And I know Jasmine hasn't done it in forever. So I don't see why. Yeah, but the thing is, though, man, I mean, those women, they paved a way for a different type of woman. You know, like Lizzie Borden, Veronica Kane, Christy Mist, dude, the list goes on. And I'm not even talking about XPW. I'm talking about ECW as well. ECW was known for having people like that. Hell, Jenna Jameson was in WWE. True story, you know. There have been.
You find the keys yet?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you're gonna keep looking.
So yeah, my thing is that though, man. I mean, I don't see, like, for example, I don't see why that would even be a thing, like, or even a possibility to be a thing. Just like, for example, what's his name that does? He was a former NXT star, but he was also a gigolo, and WWE fired him. True story, dude. Like he was doing side gigs as a male prostitute.
I don't remember.
Huh?
I don't remember who that was.
Ah, dude, God, WWE fired the shit out of him for it.
Buff Bagwell.
No, God no.
He was the gigolo afterwards, though.
Yeah,
That's because he was the stuff.
I know he did some low budget horror movies or some B movies. I know that.
uh, it doesn't say. Anyway, there was not Jake Atlas. No, I forgot who his name was, man. But he it might not have been NXT, but I could have swore it was NXT.
Hmm.
I'm reading.
Banana phone. Doop doopy doopy doop.
I knew that was a thing. Wow. Vince McMahon shows up a lot whenever you type that in. And that was not my intention.
Any words on him? Anything? Any news on Vince McMahon as elite?
No.
Well, the case is back on.
Well, yeah. WWE star claims she was being mistaken for an escort. That was Chelsea Green.
Chelsea Green.
The hot mess.
A very hot mess. Congressman had sex with male prostitute.
What else is new?
Dude, most of Congress is freaking weird, man. They have more felonies than most of the people in the regular population. True story.
I don't believe it.
But no, so we were talking about different things of that nature. Sorry for getting derailing a little bit, talking about some other shit. Then you have to take in consideration of everything that's going on in the world today. Like, for example, the Me Too movement. And a lot of people are controversial in that aspect of like Velveteen Dream. Another one would be Marty Scroll. Another one being Alberto Del Rio, which I don't even know how he still has bookings in anywhere. But
He's sucking off Conan. That's what he's doing.
He's popular in Mexico.
well, I get that, but
It's like saying I'm huge in Japan.
hey, that guy got banned too. I love Joey Ryan. He's trained a lot of people, man, a lot of people, and for all the people that came out against him and spoke out against him, he was never had any actual charges filed against him. And that's my deal, man. I've said this 1,000 times. I'll probably say it a million more. If you're going to come out and you're going to speak about these people in this type of area and what they did sexually, because anything sexual in that nature is a violent crime. It truly is. But if you're saying that they did these things to you and you don't file charges on them, who's at fault there? Them or the person that claims all these things happen but never goes through with it? Oh, I just didn't. I was trying to make money off of it. How many times you ever heard that whenever somebody goes after somebody in like NFL, Major League Baseball, NBA? Wrestling's no different, people. I mean, it happens all the time in other major league sports. Oh, that guy right there, we had sex, and it was deviant.
Enzo's another one.
But he wasn't part of the Me Too movement, man. His shit
Yeah, he
happened.
was.
No, it happened beforehand.
Well,
It happened before
that was actually probably pretty much the start of it right there.
No,
Well,
the actual start of it was
domino
David Starr. The actual start of it was David Starr, your wrestler's favorite wrestler. And all that happened was because he wanted something that has never been done in any major sports ever. He wanted a union. He wanted equal pay across the board. And another person that wanted that too was, and I hate even mention his name, is Ryback. Well, we're both doing it. We're both in the main event. I should get the same pay as the main event. Yeah, no. If you can wrestle a match with the same caliber of the person you're in the ring with, I agree wholeheartedly. Like for example, if it was Bryan Danielson and Will Ospreay, they should both get paid the same. If it was Ricochet and Will Ospreay, get paid the same. If it was Brock Lesnar and Kurt Angle, get paid the same. Now, if it was Brock Lesnar now versus Kurt Angle now, no.
I actually read in somewhere that Kurt Angle says that Brock Lesnar puts money first and passion second.
Back in whenever he did the move where he got really, really hurt, knocked himself out in that match against Kurt Angle.
Are you talking about the Shooting Star Press at WrestleMania 19?
Oh,
Yeah. That was a passionate match because Kurt Angle challenged him. He challenged him
out of him.
He challenged him in that ring, and not to the point of money either. He challenged him as a human being. He said, "Put all that to the side. Show me what made you the Minnesota Wrecking Crew."
He even brought out the best out of him when the rematch when they wrestled in Inoki's Genome Federation in Japan.
Dude, Kurt Angle brings the best out of everybody. Him versus Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett didn't have a good match in almost 10 years. That match against him and Jeff Jarrett was personal as fuck.
Well, they had a great. I mean, the story was a shoot work.
Yes, because Kurt Angle was the bigger man. And he hated it. Dude, he hated every bit of that. But he was the bigger man and he worked his ass off. And nobody can say that he didn't hold his end of the deal up. Everybody's like, "Oh God, that's crazy." Just another person, man, who recently passed away, Kevin Sullivan. Kevin Sullivan, and I hate even mention the man's name because of what he did, so I'm not. But that whole angle that he did with him was phenomenal because it was.
I was there when them two at United Center when they brawled all over the stadium and it like came
Bash of the Beach 1997.
Yeah. I was there for that, and it's like they literally beat the shit out of each other on that one.
Because Kevin Sullivan told him to do it. Kevin Sullivan made him do that. He wanted to prove to him, you can be the best ever, but you have to believe you can be.
Mm-hmm.
And I read all kinds of articles about after everything happened. Kevin Sullivan goes, "That ain't the guy I knew. I never knew that side of him. I've always seen this side of him." And even after the fact, we played it off to the point where everything looked, felt, and it was genuine. He said, "I knew what was going on behind closed doors because I made it happen. Whenever they were leaving the arena together, I made sure they left the arena together. I made sure they did because I didn't want fans to think that I was screwing them out of their hard-earned money." Dude, that to me is the most selfless act ever, man. It just him doing what he did for the business, man, and not only him, but others that are like him. Tully Blanchard did the same thing. Arn Anderson's done the same thing. Sting, Ric Flair. Flair is probably one of the most ultimate kayfabe guys ever to exist. If he would like pull up at a convenience store and seen Sting or Steamboat, oh, it was a fight, dude, in the middle of the convenience store. Literally. Sting talked about it all the time, man. Driving up and down the roads and pulling over, getting a drink, and couldn't finish the drink, couldn't even get a sip out of it because Ric Flair would show up and chop you in the chest and call you a low down, low life, you know, and you're like, "I just wanted a drink. I came here to get a drink." And he's like, Ric Flair would be like, "Oh, not today, Sting." You know, like, Try that again when I ain't watching. You know, the Four Horsemen would jump them at places that were, well, a lot of people would be there. Like, dude, the Four Horsemen just attacked these other guys, and I can't believe that happened. You know, and then they'd leave, and then all the fans would get over there and start, you know, they'd sign autographs for the fans and this, that, and the other, give them their baby face moment. You know, that to me is awesome when people do that. You don't see that nowadays. You can't make real anymore because everybody knows the ins and outs of the business and they ain't never been in it because the internet tells you what's real and what's fake.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate that word. I hate the F word. But
it's still real to me, damn it.
What you saying? Still
You
real.
know that guy signs autographs. He does the wrestling circuit. That guy signs.
Yeah.
Autographs.
You know the actual WWE sign guy? He signs autographs too, man.
Yeah. The red hat guy, he does that. All of them do.
Yeah. The GCW guy that goes to every GCW show. I met him twice in New South. He bought me a beer. Because we were in a brewery. I was like, hell yeah, dude. That's what's cool, man. Like these mom and pop diners, shows, whatever, man. And you have like these big rock star companies coming in, like GCW. You have them like, Ring of Honor's been a rock star company, but the up and comers of now wrestling promotions. Hell, there's another one called I think it's called iRetinal in North Alabama. I don't even know if they're still around or not, but they were doing like punk rock and heavy metal show with wrestling. I wanted to go to it, but I never got a chance to. I don't know if they're still doing a thing or not. I don't have a clue. But I'm a big fan of new. Make me want to spend my hard-earned money to come watch something that I haven't seen before. GCW was like, I didn't get to really experience the original ECW. I got to experience the watered-down version that WWE had.
I got the experience.
I don't care, Josh. You got to experience everything. Do you live in a great city? Okay.
Yeah, I had to go to Gary, Indiana to fucking watch that, man.
Still, again,
I actually got to find the tape. I know I got the tape somewhere.
Well, down here, dude, it's hard to get anything down here, especially in Mobile, Alabama. It's hard as fuck. It really is, dude. You know the last big show that came down here as far as wrestling? Like good wrestling? TNA. Whenever Don West was part of still the announced team. Literally. And I went backstage and hung out with all the guys when Matt Morgan was still there. And he was smoking cigarettes. And we hung out with him for like 30 minutes.
Maybe we could change that.
You know, and that's what I want, man. Like something new.
You know, I got a trailer full of equipment, you know, let's make some phone calls.
There you go. You see what I'm saying? Something new, man. Something that we haven't had. Something that makes people, families even, get out of their house and go, hey, you know, there's a show down the road. Not tonight. I think that's going to be the same crappy shit we've already seen a million times. But I heard it's new. Well, what's new about it? I don't know. Maybe we should give it a try. And then when they get there, it's something new. Something inventive. Something that makes you want to be there. Make you want to be a part of it. Make you feel like you belong there. Make you feel like you're part of a movement. Not just any movement, but a movement for the people. The movement for what if we were the bookers? What if we took control of the situation?
That was wrong.
Very wrong. But if you think about it, ECW, the fans booked the show. If they didn't like you, they booed you.
Oh, yeah.
And if they booed you to the point where you were booed out of the building, you didn't come back.
Yeah.
I liked it when the fans threw shit when Matt Cardona won the GCW World Championship. That was hilarious.
Dude, I had that shirt. I love that shirt. And Dave Meltzer said, "Oh, y'all just been worked." Was it a work? Because he said, I mean, Dave Meltzer is one of those guys that whenever he gets fucked over, like whenever he becomes part of the fucking work, he don't like that shit.
No, he doesn't.
Like he takes that shit like very, very, very offensively. But in my personal opinion, that's some of the best shit. If you make me feel like I just got worked, here's my money. Please keep it.
Holy shit! Styles clash across the mat.
Keep taking it. I mean, that's how I feel. I want something where I can go, that ain't gonna happen, and then it does happen, and I'm like, okay. If I can get goosebumps from that type of shit, I have been worked.
Well,
And
I can tell you February 1st, I have that feeling about this show.
Yes. So before we get on to this, let you know, guys, it's like midnight here. So, but before we start on all this, gotta W. Get your energy drinks at w.gg. Use our promo code Ringside Rants, 10% off, all caps.
Give us some money, you fucking lazy bastards.
So, but Chris, tell us about your show and your promotion that you're going to throw on February 1st.
So, I mean, we've been talking about it a little bit here and there. We had some talent announcements. We finally got it all going. Last time I was here, I couldn't reveal the name. Now we do have the name official, with it being Magnolia Championship Wrestling. All the different socials, they're all out there. Look at Magnolia Championship Wrestling. It would be on Facebook or Instagram. There's a website. It's not done yet. It just says coming soon. Tickets are going on sale here pretty soon. We're working on the specifics of it. But if you do check out the event page, it does have ticket pricing coming up to front rows $15. General admissions $10. Typical pricing that we have around in the area. What else can I say about the show? It is going to be a fun one. I can tell you that. There's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be a lot of big things that happen. There's going to be a lot of surprises.
Will it be a good old fashioned slobber knocker?
Yeah, there's going to be a couple of those matches that might be like that. Nice. We'll have more info on that as we get closer to the show and we reveal the card. But we got a couple more.
Ed Ferrara do an impersonation of JR.
No, we are not bringing in Oklahoma.
That guy is still alive?
No, I remember in TNA he looked like Axel, trying to impersonate Axl Rose in 2002.
Yeah, that's not happening.
You're gonna say Oklahoma.
No, not whatsoever. But we've got a bunch more announcements that they're going to lead up to Christmas Day, where we will have a special surprise next Wednesday.
Nice.
Awesome.
So, Christmas present to everybody out there.
Name all your socials for the company.
So we got the Facebook page up, facebook.com/Magnolia Championship Wrestling. Instagram is Magnolia Championship Wrestling. Got the website, MagnoliaChampionshipWrestling.com. But like I said, it's not ready. If you go there, it will say it's coming soon.
All right.
The Office episode where they're talking about the Dunder Mifflin site. It's coming soon.
Now, do you have a title belt in works?
Yeah, actually, that's what I was working on before I came on here.
Oh,
So I was working on the design of it, and I'm trying to send that out to one of the belt makers tomorrow.
I do have a idea. I don't know how you would. I don't want any credit if you do wrong with this. I think it'd be cool. It'd be different. How about the Magnolia Rose women's title, and actually have the belt be in the shape of like an actual flower, like the head of it. Boom, with the logo.
That is a good idea.
Hey, there you go.
But I did have another idea too. There was so you know how like everybody always wants to put the women's championships on the white leather belt.
That's terrible. Do not put it on pink.
No, we're gonna do that. No, I've seen some of those too, and they're kind of interesting.
Cringe.
So, but I still probably will put it on the white leather, but it's gonna have silver plates and a special thing with it because
Now,
all accents and all of that, something special with that one.
do y'all remember? There was a thing that happened in Irvington, Alabama, back in the '90s, with the women, the original women of wrestling. They got together. It was Sensational Sherry, Fabulous Moolah, a lot of other famous women. I'm not gonna get into all the names, but they were talking about how different championships throughout the years they all held together, and they all said that, like, the one championship that spoke loudly not because of what it meant, but the way it looked. It was on red leather. You know what belt I'm talking about too, don't you, Chris?
That's the one that NWA has, right?
Yeah,
The Mildred one.
Mildred the Burke,
Yeah, the Burke.
the original Burke,
Yeah.
not the new one.
Well, the new one's based off of that design, and
But it's not on red leather.
the portrait in the middle of it. That's
Speaking
really
of Mildred Burke, they actually released a trailer for the Mildred Burke film.
yeah.
So I mean,
watch that.
So, and they all were in unison when they agreed to that. I was like, and it wasn't just because of the prestige of it. It was because of way it looked. It looked like a piece of jewelry.
Yeah.
And that's the way a title belt should look around a woman's waist. And that's exactly what they said. Because a woman in women's wrestling back then, not today's standards, because women now are portrayed as the same as men. That's a given. But back then, women were held in a different regard. And whenever you put something around them or on them, it had to look like, damn, okay? Because that's what it was for. It was not just to show your talent, but you got that piece of jewelry too. Because if you remember back in the 80s and 90s, early 2000s, I want that jewelry that's around your waist. Remember that? I want that jewelry that's around your waist, because it was a piece of jewelry. Now we've gotten away from that, and now it looks like everything else you can throw at a dartboard. I mean, I'm not trying to be hypocritical of saying that, but it's true. I mean, look at the AEW women's titles. They're hideous.
Yeah, and I mean, it's like what Chris Jericho brought up about it's a prop.
And that's all it is. The women right now that's holding the AEW titles don't need them. Mercedes Moné don't need it. Well, Mariah May is doing something very, very special with that title. Mercedes, not so much. Athena, a lot. When you look at TNA's Knockouts title,
it's a prestige title.
Masha Slamovich has that one, doesn't she?
Yeah, Masha Slamovich. Yeah,
from Jordan.
Well, a lot of great women had that title. You had Victoria. Victoria held that title. Let's see, Mickey James held that title.
There's Tex Mocker.
Miss Tessmacher. Sorry,
Yeah,
I couldn't
Gail
help it.
Kim. I mean,
Gail Kim.
Awesome Kong.
yeah,
Didn't Chelsea hold that?
No.
not the
Really?
not the Impact or TNA knockouts.
Really? I thought she had it.
I think didn't Sue Young held that title as well?
Yep. Sue Young, Rosemary.
Jordan Grace, Tessa Blanchard.
Yeah. Velvet Sky. No, Velvet Sky never held it.
Madison
Angela-
Rain.
Yeah, Madison Rain, Angelina Love.
Yep.
Who else? Who else? Christy Hemme didn't win it.
No.
You're more of an announcer.
Mickey James.
I mentioned her already.
Let's see. The most synonymous women's champion, in my opinion, there was two. One of them being Gail Kim, and the other one being Awesome Kong, because of their feud. Their feud alone were it to me it rivaled anything the men were doing at any promotion at that time. And I'm not talking because there was only two promotions, WWE and TNA at the time. And WWE at that time was trying to find itself. They really were trying to find themselves. And TNA was like, our men's division is okay, but our women's division is top notch. And these two women are killing each other out there. And they main event in Slammiversary, not Slammiversary. What were they? Was it
One of them. Was it that Bound for Glory or something?
Yeah, it was BFG. They main evented BFG, which is their WrestleMania. And people were like,
Slammiversary was a WrestleMania.
no, Slammiversary is a pay-per-view that happened on their anniversary date.
Oh, during the Asylum years.
Yes. And it used to, whenever they first started it, it had the most synonymous match that Jeff Jarrett ever came up with, which is called King of the Mountain. And I was there in 2007 for Slammiversary in Memphis, which was actually South Haven, Mississippi. And it was really cool because I got to actually talk to Joe about it. And that match, he even said it was one of the most fun matches that didn't make any sense, but it was a lot of fun to be in.
Hey, at least it was better than Judy Bagwell on a pole match.
Well, I mean, it's a reverse ladder match. You have to pin somebody to be even considered to be able to to get the title and take it up the ladder.
Are you talking about the X Division match?
No, King of the Mountain.
King of the Mountain.
Oh,
It was a lot of. It was like a lot of work to do nothing, and that's way great matches come. Like for example, Ultimate X. That's a Don Callis freaking. He didn't think it was going to work, and then everybody, even Dutch Rhodes, that's like a great idea. Show us how it's going to work. He's like, okay, you take these two lines, you put them across as the top of the X, and you hold the title in the very center. Very simple concept, but you have to have the guys that can pull it off.
Yeah, get to the championship that's suspended above the ring in the X by any means necessary,
including a ladder.
Yeah,
but
a lot of the time they didn't even use the ladder. They would go climb across the cables to go get it.
And the very first one was the Michael Shane, Frankie Kazarian.
Yep.
I forget the other two guys, but Michael Shane won it. No, I think Kazarian won it. One of them two. It was one of the two that won it. And
it's past midnight now.
Yeah, my bad. I'm sitting here enjoying wrestling talk.
I am
old
too.
school wrestling.
I am too, but I got.
I know. I got to be at work. I need to take a fucking shower, people.
Yeah, you had Michael Shane, Chris Sabin, and Frankie Kazarian in the first one.
I like Frankie Kazarian.
Didn't Frankie win it, or was it Michael Shane?
Michael Shane won it.
I thought so.
Then they did the second one.
Had 4 members in it. I think it had
Chris Sabin, Michael Shane, Christopher Daniels and Low-Key.
Yeah. And I think Michael Shane won that one too, didn't he?
Now Chris Sabin won the second one.
Saban won the second one.
And then they did
Saban.
and then they did a different version of it. So they did a team one.
Team X division. Yeah, Team
Yeah,
Ultimate X. Yeah.
triple threat. So the triple threat and the three competitors represented the different teams. So Team TNA, Team Mexico, Team Canada.
Yeah, and Team X.
Then Garza and Hector Garza and Pete Williams.
Yeah, that was epic. But you're there looking up old school results, dude. I love that shit. I love it. But like you saying, it's getting late. I get it. But is there anything that's stood out that we haven't touched on at all?
War Raiders are the new tag team champions. They beat Judgment.
They beat the Judgment Clowns. I mean, Judgment Day.
Much deserved for them.
100%.
I love the War Machine too.
And they got a better name than the Viking Raiders. They dropped Viking Raiders and now they're War Raiders again.
Yes.
That's nice.
Back whenever they were Ring of Honor tag team champions.
Yeah, when they were War Machine.
Yeah.
But obviously that was a copyrighted name and they can't use that one when they transitioned over. You know, War Raiders is a good compromise there.
I agree. I like the War Raiders because, I mean, Ivar is a monster.
And I like how the announcer says Raw is now war.
Yeah. I love that about Wade Barrett, dude. Wade Barrett is awesome. And I didn't watch the main event. I was going to try to catch the main event, like the War Raiders versus Judgment Day. But I'm not. Why does JD McDonough look like a Wish version of Finn Balor?
I mean, they're both Ireland.
JD McDonough was actually a Finn Balor's
Finn Balor's school in Ireland. Yeah.
Yeah, Balor.
Yes. JD McDonough was actually being mentored by Finn Balor.
I get that. I'm talking about physically looking like a Wish version of Finn Balor.
Timu.
Wow. Yeah, he's a Timu version of Finn Balor. He's as good, but not as good as Finn Balor. So
all I know is I want WWE to finally get a Bullet Club reunion going. I mean, all the major players are there. You got Finn.
Nakamura was in Chaos.
No, it was Finn. You got
AJ.
I mean, the Good Brothers are still there somewhere.
One of them,
and you got
the Gorillas of Destiny.
You got the Gorillas, and you got there's someone else too in it. There's someone I'm missing.
You got Prince Devitt. You have AJ. You have
Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, technically, yes.
No, well, he wasn't one of the OGs, but they almost have almost all the OGs of Bullet Club there, minus Bad Luck Fale.
Yeah.
Wasn't Hikuleo part of? No, he was not part of
Later.
Yes, he was part of Bullet Club later, but he was a young lion at first.
Yeah.
It could happen.
It could really happen.
That's what we need is like that.
Dude, what if they're the new freaking bloodline storyline?
That's you know what? Honestly, that's what I think
could happen.
Gorilla. I think the Gorilla are going to turn on everybody.
So,
it's like, and Balor get fed up with a Judgment.
That's going to be kind of hard because Tonga Loa is hurt.
Well, right now.
And I wonder if we're going to see here actually, Tama Tonga actually do an actual promo. So he's just like, yeah. Because he used to do that back when he used to do actual, basically ruthless promos back when he was in New Japan.
But when he was in New Japan, but he had the use of the F-bombs here and there. Can't really do that here yet.
Well, you can in Netflix, but they ain't going to do it.
You
But
also
they're still saying PG, unfortunately.
you gotta look at the audience that we're dealing with too. You know,
8 to
he's out
14
there,
year
he's
olds.
out there having fun. He did something goofy, you know, and everybody caught on to it. Now he's just going to continue doing it until they run it into the ground with the
Like the Yeet movement.
yeah. I mean, they're gonna run it into the. They'll do it until they run it into the ground. Everybody gets tired of it, and then they'll move on to something else after that.
But we both know, Chris, the original originator of the Yeet movement is Ray Fury. Yeet.
Well, anyways, it's getting late, guys.
I agree. I'm sorry.
I got some fun things with Ray.
Good guy. Great guy. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for all tuning in tonight and watching us have a great night. And it is the last Wednesday before Wrestlemas. I mean, Christmas.
Wrestlemas.
No, man, it's Wrestlemas, man. It's Wrestlemas.
I like that. I like that.
It is. It's Wrestlemas. Wrestlemas on Christmas. It's what we do. Especially if you have siblings. What do you do on Christmas morning? You fight. That's my present. That's mine. It has my name on it, but I want it, you know.
Or you cash in your briefcase for the title somebody might have got.
Dude, I was 8.5 years older than my little sister, and I treated her like my little brother. So we had this stocking one year, and I'll end it on that after this. And I took this stocking and I put.
Mike, it's almost 12:30, dude.
I'm hurrying. I promise. It's hilarious. It gets better. So I just got through watching Royal Rumble on VHS because I bought the actual Royal Rumble '94 on VHS, and I was watching it the night before, and I fell asleep watching it because, you know, Santa Claus had to come into the house somehow, right? He would never show up because, you know, wrestling's going on television. Well, the next morning I decided to take something and stuff it in my stocking, which was a bunch of G.I. Joe men. And I didn't realize that little bitty piece of plastic in a cloth bag still hurts like a bitch. So, and I was going to like just bow on the back of the head with my little sister and be like done with it, right? Like just knock her the hell out, just take all our candy. But Karma had this funny way of showing itself because my dad decided to switch the stockings and gave it to her. And then she headbutted me with it. And dude, I bled, dude, like poured out of my head. And she goes, "Wrestle me again." I was like, no.
No.
My dad thought that was the funniest thing ever. I was like, nope, you're a badass lady. I love my little sister. But on that note, it was fun. I love it. That's why I call it Wrestlemas. I love Christmas time. It's not my favorite holiday, but it's still a holiday. I like to show everybody my appreciation for being part of my life. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Phil. Dude, this is me saying thank you, bro.
Man, Phil, you need to put that in the private chats. Jesus Christ.
Yes. And not only that, though, bro, next Wednesday is Christmas. So I don't even know if we're going to be able to do this next Wednesday.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So this is me saying thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, gentlemen. And thank you, Chris, for being part of Ringside Rants with me. Thank you all. Seriously. Thank y'all.
Hey, it's been fun. It was fun last time I was on. It's fun this time. And
I love having you here. I love having you here.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm just tired, man. Nothing personal.
Quit being a baby. Quit being a baby over there, Mr. I hawked up the Grinch. Anyway.
Yeah, I do it.
Drink. What's the energy drink?
W.GG.
W.
And if you're not drinking W, you're doing life wrong. But not only you're doing life wrong, because W is the drink for the soul. It's made with angel tears and demonic souls.
Oh, we are so
Hell,
fired.
we need to get you some W.
Drink Dubby.
Drink Dubby.
Anyway, drink Dubby. Dude, I'm surprised we haven't been fired, bro. Like, literally. I bet you they love our shit. They're like, these guys over here, they'll never make any money for us.
We're not,
Anyway, if you're not watching or listening to Ringside Rants wherever the hell you are in this world,
You're doing life wrong.
you damn right you are. But on that note, this Wednesday is going to be a lot of thanking and caring and giving and food to be eating. But we're not food to be ate with your mouth. We're
food for the ears, baby.
You're fucking right, man. And that's how we roll around here at Ringside Rants. And we appreciate everyone. And thank you from the MCW chairman, Chris, the board
We'll
member,
see you guys next week. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas.
and bah humbug to anybody who doesn't respect Wrestlemas.
Yeah, Phil.
I like Wrestlemas.
It is. It's great, dude. It's Wednesday night before Wrestlemas. And if you don't know what Wrestlemas is, hey, dude, that should be a pay-per-view for like every freaking Christmas. Wrestlemas. I love it. You know what? It's a deal. If I had to go buy a freaking promotion and make Wrestlemas a thing just one time a year, I'm fucking doing it, dude.
I will.
Chris, taking a note here.
I'll pull off that opportunity in that event. We'll have to remember to revisit that next December.
Damn right.
The event.
Damn right. Thank you all, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for tuning in. Whenever you do, deuces.
Merry
Phil,
Christmas
you got
and Happy
Hey,
New Year, everybody.
Phil, you got any fun facts for us tonight, bro?
No, I'm good.
Oh, come on.
Nope.
None?
What
Nope.
about the Harley Cameron fact?